Hello everyone and welcome back to the Crew 2 in part 76. After finishing for race number 1 of 8 at the USB Tour Cities in New York City was very good start and have some two types will go for the normal and endurance for the segment by the previous. But now it's about to go proceed on race number 2 of 8 will be at Las Vegas, Nevada are about to go set and grab a different touring car for the segment as currently they have a different track layout which is exactly to be similar than the real life counterpart when Formula 1 race car is currently using it from last year. But very good choice to have Las Vegas racetrack is now being going on urban city track to be yet different. But you know what it is, normal difficulty to have two normal and endurance whenever we have to go out and have some best preparation warm-up to go for having a starting line on full straightaway as few other corners to be around on the other side of the track and just have to do some few corners to go by a medium and longer straight course. So let's go there and have my Corvette C6R with the UDRS Insportec livery to go proceed on race number 2. But very good to have some set of vanity is now being adding up and go for the competition of racing before entered on race 2 will be set to go by the practice of warm-up. But if possible, I'm always had to be well tested and go for the nitro to be using on full straightaway to have a first turn and the final turn to go anywhere, any way we can to go for any track courses by the difference. It's night time, so we have to be ready to go and start the countdown to go straight away by the green.
Welcome to the Silver State for a race through the very heart of the City of Sin. Our drivers are going to be burning a lot of rubber under the hot lights of those casinos tonight. It's summer. It's Vegas. Let's roll.
Okay, I got a good head start in the lead by taking turn 1. Going in by turn 2 and 3 to go slide around and embrace it to go communicate it with the line. Turn 5 is now coming up to be soon and here comes the chicane. Just have that tight turns to go one car at a time whenever you're going to have to get closer when focusing on the opponent to have some proper ways to be maintain the pace. Every corners and straightaways when you're racing at Las Vegas for the USST series to be take place on nighttime or either to be depends on daytime by having a change of weather forecast just like doing on endurance at New York City. But not to mention, it's going to have to take a number of laps will go differently whenever you're going to have to be proven and go challenge yourself by having a matter of skill set to do the endurance. So here comes the final turn and make that good straightaway to be using onto the left side of the track before entered on the next lap at number 2.
Here we go, racing south along the strip and headed into our first sharp turn along Borneo Cove.
Alright, there you go. Do that formation and go around onto the half side of the track to do some corners. Very good and very yet simple that we have to keep it careful to have your racing car to be well affordable to have some single amount on the scratches. But we prefer to go by clean racing and especially to have some proper nitro whenever you're going to be use it. But this segment, no nitro allowed. Just have to go by ordinary GT racing any way we can. But halfway there to go by 55%. Just keep it slow and keep it maintain the speed. Alright, now go onto the S turns a little bit more and right turn by the 90-degree angle. Here comes the final lap. Time to slow down and do on turn 1 again. Looks so good and pretty good piece of cake. Just keep a good eyes on the gap and watch the corners.
Coming into a very technical section here. Hope the drivers are keeping a foot over those brakes.
Okay, brakes check and main corner and line check and clear. That's what I call urban GT racetrack. 11.8 seconds behind from the opponents. Almost there. Warm up and do the best proud effort to be mastered on a different track layout like the real-life counterpart on Las Vegas, Nevada. Now for the final stretch, this is it, and go straight directly to the finish line.
And wow! Another great USST race through yet another stunning American city. We're going to head north next as the circuit takes us to one of the far corners of the continental U.S., Seattle.
And that's where we're about to be heading up to for the next video on Part 77. But it's not over yet until we have to go participate by endurance whenever we have to go prove ourselves to have a number of laps to go by a total time limit. So the barriers are being turned off, and let's go back to the same location without doing fast travel. Fantastic and pretty good as ever whenever you're gonna have to take that race without using any nitro to go boost it up by limitation. Or it depends whenever you're gonna have to go on ace difficulty to go like a pro. Now let's go back and take on the endurance of the USST cities at Las Vegas. Round 2 coming in, and make this to have a best thrill of the real challenge. We'll go all in. So I had to be reflex, be strategized, and be more competitive. Here we go. Same as ever, nighttime on the City of Sin. We'll go for a different number of laps. We'll embrace it to go full endurance. 3 seconds, and here we go.
Welcome to the Silver State for a race through the very heart of the City of Sin. Our drivers are going to be burning a lot of rubber under the hot lights of those casinos tonight. It's summer. It's Vegas. Let's roll.
Full nighttime means full endurance. That's what I'm talking about, viewers. Just have to give it all I got and watch the line to do this nighttime to go embrace it to have some lights. We'll keep it motion on the right direction. The same as ever whenever you're going to have to choose any touring car when you're racing on Las Vegas for the racing course on urban cities. This is going to be much more bright lights and proud entertainment to have some good crowd of spectators to see some GT cars in action. Gotta have to step it up in the high gear and just have to go proceed to have the main part and keep a good count of the number of laps. We'll go exactly around by 8 laps. But if so, just keep a monitor on the progression whenever you're going to have to keep racing on the focus to get yourself on precision of the high level. Gonna have to go passive and keep a good gap distance as the first lap to go finishing up as lap number 2 will
racing south
enter.
along the strip and headed into our first sharp turn along Borneo Cove.
Okay, here comes the first turn. Just keep counting out. Make the right turn on turn number 2 to be around and go enter turn 3. Turn 4 to be steady up and go checkpoint to be proceed around to have a chicane on turn number 5 and 6. Turn 7 on the way and go on turn number 8. Turn 9 check, and here comes the 90-degree angle on turn 10 along with turn 11 and 12. And make the next right at turn 13. Okay, 13 turn clear. Now going in by 14 and 15 and turn 16 out by go. 17 and 18 turn clear. Now the final corner is going to be the number 19. But here it comes, you guys. It's about to get foggy. Nighttime is about to have a fog of mist. Let's go proceed with caution. And this will have to be a very good, excellent surprise of condition during the endurance in USB Tour cities. But we still have a good nighttime out there, viewers. Got to go around and do the chicane on number 5 and 6. Checkpoint clear. Alright, very good. Keep a good motion and keep a check. Alright, that's good. Looks like the fog is coming back. Just try not to do any distraction when the weather condition is come around. Now for the 19th turn, go right in and stay positioned on the left side of the track. Second lap clear, entered lap number 3. Looks like I just took a lot of good effort to be around by opponents in about 15.3 seconds until now going up in 16 seconds. But adding up by 0.6 seconds on the decimal, got to keep it up and keep
Coming
it go,
into a very
viewers.
technical section here. Hope the drivers are keeping a foot over those brakes.
Alright, that's very good. Just had to ace up the course and keep up the good corner of practice. The top speed is going motion on normal. Progression is going to be at in 37%. Okay, a little bit foggy here. Still in the nighttime, and just try to keep it up. Talk about getting a little bit brighter out here on nighttime. Fourth lap coming in. Okay, the blue line is now coming back to have a respawn of motion. Okay, that should do well and keep up the right direction. Just don't want this to go in a mistaken way. Every race and every closed circuit might have to go on autocross racing to be embraced without any interruption. Checkpoint clear. Now 45% progression is now coming in session. Alright, very good proceed on the green. Come on, just have to keep going. And let's see the GPS to go fully well expanded. Other opponents are still trying to gang up to each other as the few corners are about to get tested and go motion on challenges. It looks like it's just coming a long way, and the halfway point to go by 50% progression. Now it's on the 5th lap. Just have to keep pressing on and keep a good motion on the gap by 25 seconds around by the decimal in 0.9. The fog is about to get misty here, folks. Just have to keep a good motion without any contact on barrier. But earlier, as I said before, the challenge and the nighttime might gonna get a little bit misty in the hand. Okay, that's 3 sevens on the decimal. Sounds like my lucky day. And the left turn,
the Manhattan
clear.
on the left there, famous for its reproduction of the Statue of Liberty, but also home to one of the city's fastest roller coasters.
See that, viewers? The USST organizer is talking about the Statue of Liberty to be served as a monument in Las Vegas, but the real life still exists in New York City. But very good to have some prop of souvenirs when you're visiting in Las Vegas when you're on vacations during summer. But looks like it's already been passed by August, so now we are in September. The simple choice is, we're never gonna have to go faster to be on the max per level. That should be doing good, or you just have to go like having a real pro level to be around on ace difficulty whenever you're gonna have to take a lot of nitro to give it all you got. But normal difficulty will have to take some best skills of example whenever you're going to be proven as an endurance racer. But motorsports always has the best way of entertainment to go on racing circuit and urban city courses whenever they like to enjoy it and give it a good crowd to have a different role of IMSA. So it looks like progression is almost there by 69%. Next lap on the way, 70% by 30 more to go. just going a little bit stronger and better handling to keep the good motion on sensor. The fog is clear, so it'll have to come back again soon as the nighttime still comes in strong. But it's about to get a little bit halfway there. 30.6 seconds on the gap will go fully trailblazers to have some few cars by having 1 lap plus away from the opponent. Got to be ready and just have to take some few corners without nitro, or you might have to use it on ace difficulty if you can. Very yet simple to be checked on the checkpoint. Now go to the final turn and exit to have the number 19 to be on the left side position.
And now a right turn back onto the strip. Time to go full throttle and make some noise for everyone watching from their hotel windows.
Well, speaking of which, we got some spectators coming from the hotel, and that will be a great place to have some nice view and grab some popcorns and drinks. But maybe something else to have some very good spectators around on Las Vegas. But differences on 2 types of spectators around is going to be giving a nice view out there from the people from the hotel. But they just really love to see some racing in nighttime or exactly by daytime. But who knows that 8 events on endurance for the USST cities without being featured on the Live Summit event after the previous seasons as well. But I just really love to enjoy it and always have to keep a good proud racing of motorsport that comes in by entertainment. Just have to bring out the best hopes and gambles and place your bets. Every first place driver will always have to keep it focused and keep it on for having a bet of a check. So now it comes in. 10th lap is about to go for the final lap. This is it. Time for the super pace of the UDRS Insportec on my Corvette C6R UDRS Insportec to go trailblazing and catching up to have a gap distance in range by 35.2 seconds. Keep the motion on full night. It's about to get less dark and a little bit brighter. .5% to go. Climbing up in 95%. Make the turn clear on number 11. Go on turn 12 and 13. And step it up on the apex. Follow the line.
Passing the King Arthur on the right there. I hear they've got one heck of a medieval jousting show.
And here comes the final stretch. Make that checker flag to go clear the podium.
And wow! Another great USST race through yet another stunning American city. We're going to head north next as the circuit takes us to one of the far corners of the continental U.S., Seattle.
And that's how we just spent almost exactly 12 minutes when you're on endurance at Las Vegas. Excitement and best thrill challenges to go racing at night. Yeah, now this is what I'm talking about, folks. Race number 2 and 2 types is now being checked and done before heading up to Seattle in part 77. So viewers, racing is all about to have the best entertainment in Las Vegas. The spectators and the people of the hotel just really want to see some cars in action for having a nice far distance scenic view. Very yet to be well entertainment, and I kinda love it about the track layout in Las Vegas, Nevada. Just like the real life counterpart as F1 race car just actually to be took in by debut back from 2023. But simple, correction, and well tested to have a thrill of excitement at nighttime to have this course layout is perfectly to have some full straightaways to be on the other side and some corners to be on the other side in the lap. But very good. Excitement is the most motorsport racing of entertainment as we're about to go to the west coast on the state of Washington at Seattle. So we're about to be coming up in race number 3 as I have to go forward to have some different touring cars to be selected as I'm about to wrap this up at the end of the video. But don't worry folks, I won't be go easy on this time with 7 opponents to be using on normal difficulty. If so, just have to go and grab a different touring car vehicle which is doing much more good and better per level on different manufacturer brands on touring car class is good, selected, and even if so, for having a track focused hypercar will be set and amp up to be well either by having my own choice of decision. So thank you for enjoying watching the video in the Crew 2 folks. I hope you enjoyed. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, then click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. Follow me on Deepnet Art, Instagram, Twitter, GT Planet, Patreon, Discord, and more social media platforms. Plus, memberships are now open to everyone who will join to get access for a price levels a month with exclusive perks, custom emoji with my OCs, and many features to support the channel. It's the best way to help out with a super thanks as an extra will support and grow. I'll be see you guys next time in the Crew 2 and I look forward to see you again in the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.